What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this little review of a book I purchased recently. I was looking at, well, let me tell you what I wanted. I wanted a role-playing game that would encompass a specific, not so much genre, it could be a genre, but essentially I wanted to roleplay the Musketeers in like the whole 17th century France and that. I wanted a game that would encompass that. I want to be able to play that. I've even got Musketeer figures somewhere kicking around. And all avenues pointed me to a game called En Garde. And here it is. This is the book I purchased. Now, what can I say? I'll read the back to you, what it says here, so you can see the front there. It says, being in the main a game of the life and times of a gentleman adventurer and his several companions. En garde is the cry. Draw your sword and stand alongside D'Artagnan, Cyrano de Bergerac and Errol Flynn, or join Flashman in the bar. In En Garde, you get to carouse in the clubs of Paris, charm the ladies, serve the king or queen, and trounce your enemies. En Garde is a swashbuckling game set in a fictional 17th century Paris. All you need to play are a bunch of friends, these rules, pen and paper, and a few dice. First published in 1975, En Garde has been popular ever since. This new edition has been reorganised but remains faithful to the original. So sharpen your sword, sharpen your wits, take care not to insult a small man with a large nose. All for one and one for all. Good luck, friend, and may your swash never buckle. Well, that's what it says on the back right there. And this was advertised as a role-playing game that you could do that with, but it's not what I was expecting. Let's just say that. It's kind of like a fan made publication, in my humble opinion. In terms of role playing, there's really not much here. The closest thing to role playing you get is this character sheet here. I don't know if you can see that, how it's laid out. But in all honesty, my first impressions of this, reading through it, are too convoluted. Too many tables. Table A, social influence of a social level. Table B, influence required. Regimental tables, the regiments. It's just, personal outcome table. It's like it couldn't make up its mind whether it wanted to be a role-playing game or a war game. I think it leans more towards the war game side of things, albeit like on a smaller scale, and that's fine. That's just my thoughts on it. It's not something I'm going to be able to get anything out of. I would put it out there if anybody knows of a role-playing game where I can, play the likes of D'Artagnan, Porthos, Athos, anything like that in 17th century France. Please point me in the direction of it. But the trouble with historical stuff is you mostly get war games and historical fact, which is true. I just wish there was. I mean, obviously there are systems that I can use to recreate this. I could probably do something with Savage Worlds or something like that. What I would love is for a company such as, I don't know if, well, Free League could probably do a very good interpretation of it with a serious personalizing tweak of their main mechanic. I'm sure that could be done, that could be arranged. And it'd be great if you could get a game where they did campaigns as well, like following the story of the Three Musketeers, for instance. The story that have unfolded in that, with the Duke of Buckingham and everything else, having to embark upon a adventure like that, travel to England, on the road, going across ships, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. That's what I'm after. This isn't sadly what I want. If you're into like a mini war game, like the sort of kill teamy type size, skirmishy type war game with a tiny little bit of leeway for role playing your characters, then this is it. But for me, it's too convoluted. The rules don't make a heap of sense. There is a sad lack of examples. I don't like all the tables and the modifiers. It's just too much. It's too much maths. I don't want to have to calculate Pythagoras' theorem just to work out whether I'm from a noble background or not. I don't enjoy that. That is not enjoyable for me. That's not to say it won't be enjoyable for someone out there. I picked this up for £12, I think it was. And will I use it? Well, there's not even anything historical in here. The layout is a little bit... the continuity is not quite right with the formatting, I don't think. Doesn't remain true throughout, other than... yeah, it's a bit complicated. I just don't want to work out this. Don't want to work out. Whereas something like the games that Free League Publishing put out, I can just pick up and play just like that. All I need to read up on is like background stuff. Like if it's Alien, I just need to read the campaign, the setting, the world, or stuff like that. That would be what I would want to do in a game such as this. Sadly, I wanted a role-playing game where I could play the Musketeers. Sadly, this is not it. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying it's not for me. And if you're after something similar, I would suggest it's not for you. But if you're after a little war game skirmish with a little bit more cut and thrust rules put in there, then this is for you. Anyway, that's my little, I won't say review, more like an overview of En Garde. Thanks ever so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. See you on another video. Until the next time, bye for now, my friends.